The massive alien probe hung silently in Earth's orbit, its sensors scanning the blue and green planet below. Captain Hyun Park of the Galactic Alliance watched the readouts with a mixture of boredom and contempt. Humans, to him, were nothing, more than primitive creatures barely worth a second glance. The probe's sophisticated scanning systems began collecting data. Cities, transportation networks, communication systems all appeared rudimentary by galactic standards. Hyun noticed clusters of technological development, but nothing that suggested any real threat or potential. In a small research facility in California, Dr. Elena Rodriguez and her team were running experiments that would change everything. They didn't know it yet, but their work would become the first seeds of humanity's unexpected power. The alien communication network buzzed with dismissive reports. Commander J. Kim reviewed the initial findings, his tentacle-like appendages moving across holographic displays. Another developing civilization, he muttered to his second-in-command, completely unremarkable. Unbeknownst to the aliens, humans possess something they could not measure or understand, an incredible capacity for rapid adaptation and innovation. On the ground, people went about their daily lives. A young engineer in Seoul worked on a complex circuit design. A programmer in New York debugged a revolutionary software algorithm. A medical researcher in Brazil studied potential treatments for previously incurable diseases. Each person, unknowingly, was part of a species that would soon shock the galaxy. The alien probe continued its silent observation. Its sensors captured millions of data points every second. Communication networks, technological infrastructure, population distribution, everything was cataloged and analyzed. Yet, the most critical element remained undetected: human potential. Commander J. Kim's report would be brutally simple. Pre-interstellar civilization, no advanced space travel, minimal technological capabilities. Recommendation: continued observation, no immediate intervention required. What the aliens didn't realize was that humanity was on the cusp of multiple breakthrough technologies. Quantum computing, advanced artificial intelligence, sustainable energy systems, all were developing at an exponential rate. The seeds of human innovation were already taking root. The probe's cameras captured cities, military installations, research centers. To the alien observers, these looked like primitive structures. They saw buildings of steel and glass, transportation, networks of roads and railways, communication systems that seemed basic and limited. But beneath this seemingly simple exterior, something extraordinary was brewing. In research labs around the world, scientists were pushing boundaries. Engineers were solving complex problems. Programmers were creating systems of unprecedented complexity. Each breakthrough, each small innovation, was a step towards something the aliens could not comprehend. The Galactic Alliance had cataloged thousands of civilizations. Most followed predictable patterns of development. They would emerge, struggle with basic technological challenges, and either stagnate or destroy themselves. Humanity seemed to be following this typical trajectory, but they were wrong. The alien probe continued its silent watch, sending endless streams of data back to the distant Galactic Alliance headquarters. Countless algorithms processed the information, creating detailed profiles and predictive models about human potential. Every model suggested the same conclusion: humans were unremarkable, limited, contained. Every model would soon be proven catastrophically incorrect. As the probe completed its initial scanning phase, Commander J. Kim prepared his standard report. Classification: developing civilization. Threat level: minimal. Potential for galactic interaction: low. If only he knew what was coming. The first encounter was happening right now, though neither side fully understood its significance. Humanity remained unaware of the alien observation. The Galactic Alliance believed they had seen everything the universe could offer. Neither could predict the storm that was about to be unleashed. Somewhere in a research facility, a breakthrough was moments away. A discovery that would change everything. the first true indication that humanity was something entirely different from what anyone expected. The probe continued its silent watch, completely unaware that it was witnessing the beginning of something extraordinary. Dr. Yoon Lee sat in her small laboratory, surrounded by complex equipment that hummed with potential. Her latest project focused on adaptive technologies that could revolutionize multiple scientific fields. Most of her colleagues thought her ideas were impossible, but she knew something bigger was brewing. Across the global research networks, something extraordinary was happening. Scientists, engineers, and researchers were connecting in ways never seen before. Information traveled at lightning speed. Collaborative platforms allowed brilliant minds to work together, breaking down traditional barriers of geography and institutional limitations. In a university in Berlin, a young computer scientist named Marcus developed an AI algorithm that could learn and adapt faster than any previous system. His code was elegant, almost organic, in its ability to solve complex problems. Little did he know, this algorithm would become a crucial piece in humanity's unexpected technological leap. The alien probe continued its observation, recording data that seemed increasingly puzzling. Human technological development was accelerating beyond predicted models. What should have taken decades was happening in months, sometimes weeks. Quantum computing breakthroughs emerged from unexpected places. A research team in Mumbai created a processor that could perform calculations previously thought impossible. Their work didn't just improve existing technologies, it fundamentally reimagined computational possibilities. Energy research was experiencing similar rapid advancements. Sustainable technologies that had been theoretical suddenly became practical. Solar efficiency improved dramatically. Battery storage technologies underwent revolutionary changes. Clean energy was no longer a distant dream, but an approaching reality. Medical research showed equally stunning progress. Genetic therapies that could target previously untreatable conditions were being developed. Nanotechnology promised treatments that could repair cellular damage at unprecedented levels. The human body was becoming something more than a biological limitation. The global communication infrastructure played a crucial role. The Internet, once a simple information network, transformed into an intelligent, adaptive system. Machine learning algorithms began predicting and solving complex societal challenges. Climate modeling became more accurate. Economic predictions grew more precise. In military research facilities, new defensive technologies emerged. Not weapons of destruction, but systems of protection and strategic analysis. Advanced simulation technologies allowed for complex scenario planning. Cybersecurity reached new levels of sophistication. Space exploration, once limited by technological constraints, began experiencing rapid innovations. Private companies and national space agencies developed more efficient propulsion systems. Material sciences created lightweight, durable components that could withstand extreme conditions. The alien observers continued monitoring, their initial assessment growing increasingly confused. The data streams showed something unprecedented. A civilization experiencing exponential technological growth across multiple domains simultaneously. What they couldn't understand was the human capacity for collaborative innovation. Where other civilizations might have competing research teams, humans were increasingly sharing knowledge, building upon each other's discoveries at an incredible pace. Dr. Yoon Lee's adaptive technology project was just one example. Her work integrated multiple scientific disciplines, materials science, computational biology, quantum mechanics, in ways that traditional research models would have considered impossible. The young researchers didn't see limitations, they saw opportunities. Every challenge was a puzzle waiting to be solved. Every technological barrier was a temporary obstacle to be overcome. Climate change mitigation technologies developed faster than anyone predicted. Carbon capture systems became more efficient. Renewable energy solutions emerged that could fundamentally transform global energy infrastructure. Communication technologies blurred international boundaries. Language translation became near instantaneous. Cultural exchange happened at speeds never before imagined. The world was becoming interconnected, In ways that defied traditional understanding, artificial intelligence was no longer just a computational tool. It became a collaborative partner in human innovation. AI systems didn't replace human creativity. They amplified it, providing insights and possibilities that expanded human potential. The alien probe continued its silent watch, its sensors increasingly overwhelmed by the complexity of human development. The data streams became more intricate, more unpredictable. Something extraordinary was happening. Humanity was evolving not just technologically, but in its entire approach to innovation and problem-solving. The first alien ships appeared without warning, massive and dark against Earth's atmosphere. They expected a simple conquest, a quick submission of a supposedly primitive civilization. Military strategist Wu Choi knew different. For months, his team had been preparing strategies that defied conventional warfare. They understood something the aliens did not. Adaptability was humanity's greatest weapon. Traditional military thinking meant nothing anymore. The alien invasion fleet consisted of 3 massive motherships and dozens of smaller attack vessels. Their technology was centuries ahead of human capabilities. Plasma weapons that could vaporize entire city blocks. Force field technologies that could withstand nuclear-level attacks. Faster than light communication systems. They believed victory was guaranteed. They were wrong. The first wave of attacks targeted major metropolitan areas. New York, Tokyo, London. Massive alien vessels positioned themselves, preparing for systematic destruction. Conventional military responses would have been futile, but humanity had been preparing. Wu Choi's team had developed something unique, an adaptive defense network. Not just a single system, but a living, breathing technological organism that could learn and respond in microseconds. Every alien weapon signature was immediately analyzed, its weaknesses mapped and exploited. Electromagnetic pulse technologies, developed in secret laboratories, activated simultaneously across multiple continents. The alien communication networks suddenly went dark. Their advanced systems, so confident in their superiority, became useless. Quantum communication disruption techniques, theoretical just months ago, now became real-world defense mechanisms. The humans had transformed their technological limitations into strategic advantages. Small, agile human strike teams moved with unprecedented coordination. Drone networks that could think and adapt replaced traditional military formations. Each drone was more than a weapon. It was an intelligent node in a massive, interconnected defense system. The aliens' first shock came when their primary attack formations were systematically dismantled. Not through massive counterattacks, but through precise, intelligent disruption. Their most advanced weapons became useless against an enemy that didn't fight like any civilization they had encountered before. Satellite networks, repurposed from communication and research platforms, became weapons. They tracked alien movement, predicted attack vectors, and provided real-time strategic information to ground forces. The entire planet had become a responsive, intelligent defense mechanism. In underground research facilities, scientists worked faster than ever. Each alien technology captured was immediately studied, its principles understood and countered within hours. What should have taken years was happening in days. The alien commander watching from his mothership couldn't comprehend what was happening. Human resistance wasn't just effective, it was evolving faster than their invasion could adapt. Cyber warfare teams launched attacks that penetrated alien communication systems. Not through brute force, but through intelligent, adaptive algorithms that learned and transformed with each interaction. The aliens' supposedly impenetrable systems became increasingly vulnerable. Global cooperation reached unprecedented levels. Nations that had been traditional rivals now worked together with a single purpose. Information was shared instantly. Strategic resources were coordinated with machine-like precision. Military bases around the world transformed into adaptive response centers. Every soldier was now part of an intelligent network, their actions coordinated through advanced AI systems that could predict and counter alien strategies in real time. The aliens had expected a quick, decisive victory. Instead, they found themselves fighting an enemy that didn't play by any known rules of engagement. Humanity wasn't just resisting, they were systematically analyzing and dismantling the invasion. Wu Choi watched the global defense systems, a slight smile crossing his face. The aliens had made a critical mistake. They had underestimated humanity's capacity to adapt, to learn, to transform challenges into opportunities. The first invasion wave was failing, and this was just the beginning. Humanity was ready, and the galaxy was about to learn a painful lesson. Seo Kim's fingers moved across holographic interfaces, her eyes focused with laser-like intensity. The alien communication protocols that seemed impenetrable just weeks ago were now crumbling under her advanced decryption algorithms. The technological insurgence had begun. Humanity's research teams worked in perfect synchronization. What the aliens considered unbreakable, humans saw as merely a complex puzzle waiting to be solved. Every captured alien technology became a learning opportunity, transformed and repurposed faster than the invaders could comprehend. In a hidden, research facility beneath the Rocky Mountains, teams worked around the clock. Computer engineers, quantum physicists, and advanced systems analysts collaborated in ways that defied traditional scientific boundaries. They weren't just defending, they were dismantling the alien technological infrastructure piece by piece. The alien fleet's communication network was their first critical vulnerability. Seo Kim's breakthrough allowed human systems to not just intercept but completely infiltrate and manipulate alien communications. False signals, strategic misinformation, complete communication blackouts, all became possible with a few lines of revolutionary code. Quantum communication disruption reached new levels of sophistication. Where traditional cyber attacks might take months, human teams could now compromise entire alien systems in minutes. Each successful infiltration provided more information, more understanding of the alien technological ecosystem. Adaptive AI systems developed by research teams around the globe began to predict and counter alien technological responses. These weren't just computer programs. They were intelligent entities that could learn, adapt, and strategize in real time. The aliens found themselves fighting an enemy that could think faster than their most advanced computational systems. Military technology transformed overnight. Drone networks became living, breathing tactical systems. Each drone was more than a weapon. It was an intelligent node in a massive, interconnected defense mechanism. They could communicate, strategize, and adapt faster than any centralized command could control. The alien technological superiority began to crumble. Their force fields, once considered impenetrable, became vulnerable. Specialized research teams developed frequency disruption technologies that could systematically break down alien defensive systems. What should have taken decades of research happened in weeks. Satellite networks repurposed from communication platforms became advanced reconnaissance and attack systems. They tracked alien movements with unprecedented precision, providing real-time strategic information to ground forces and adaptive defense networks. Energy weapon technologies captured from alien ships were quickly reverse-engineered. Research teams in Tokyo, Berlin, and São Paulo worked simultaneously, sharing discoveries in milliseconds. The alien technological advantage was becoming a liability. Global research platforms transformed how humanity approached technological innovation. Traditional barriers of national security and competitive research dissolved. Every breakthrough was shared instantly. Every discovery became a collective human achievement. The alien leadership watched in growing horror. Their invasion, so carefully planned, was being systematically dismantled by a civilization they had dismissed as primitive. Each technological system they deployed was quickly understood, countered, and turned against them. Seo Kim's team continued their relentless assault on alien technologies. They weren't just defending, they were learning, growing, transforming at a pace that defied everything the aliens understood about technological development. Cybersecurity systems developed to counter the invasion became something more. They were intelligent, adaptive networks that could think, predict, and respond faster than any centralized command could control. The entire planet had become a responsive, intelligent defense mechanism. The technological insurgence wasn't just about survival. It was about understanding, about pushing the boundaries of what was possible. Humanity was transforming itself, using the alien invasion as a catalyst for unprecedented technological leap. Space research facilities began developing propulsion technologies based on captured alien systems. What was once considered science fiction became practical research. The invasion was teaching humanity more about advanced technology than centuries of independent research. As alien systems continued to fall, something became clear. Humanity was no longer just defending. They were conquering, learning, transforming. The technological playing field was being rewritten and the aliens were quickly becoming obsolete. SEO Kim looked up from her interfaces, a slight smile crossing her face. The insurgence was working. And this was just the beginning. Admiral Min Park stood on the bridge of the flagship, watching the alien fleet's remaining vessels scatter across the solar system. Humanity's response had transformed from defense to total strategic dominance in mere weeks. The alien motherships, once considered invincible, now looked like broken machines drifting in the cold darkness of space. Their advanced technologies had become useless against human adaptive strategies. Commander J. Kim watched from his failing command center, his tentacle-like appendages trembling. The invasion he had so confidently planned was collapsing faster than anyone could have imagined. Humanity wasn't just fighting back. They were systematically dismantling an entire advanced civilization. Quantum communication networks allowed human forces to coordinate with unprecedented precision. Every alien movement was predicted. Every defensive strategy was countered before it could be implemented. The invaders found themselves fighting an enemy that seemed to think faster than their most advanced computational systems. Specialized strike teams moved through captured alien vessels like ghosts. They weren't just destroying, they were learning, collecting technological information that would transform human understanding of space warfare. Each alien ship became a treasure trove of advanced scientific knowledge. The battle wasn't won through massive explosions or traditional military might. It was won through intelligence, adaptation, and an unprecedented ability to transform challenges into opportunities. Satellite networks tracked and disrupted alien communication systems. Adaptive AI algorithms predicted and countered invasion strategies in real time. Every alien technological advantage became a vulnerability to be exploited. On Earth, research facilities worked around the clock. Scientists, engineers, and military strategists collaborated in ways that defied traditional boundaries. The entire planet had become a single, intelligent defense mechanism. Small drone networks replaced traditional military formations. Each drone was more than a weapon. It was an intelligent node in a massive interconnected system that could think, adapt, and respond faster than any centralized command. The alien leadership watched in growing horror. Their invasion, so carefully planned, was being systematically dismantled by a civilization they had dismissed as primitive. Each technological system they deployed was quickly understood, countered, and turned against them. Admiral Min Park's strategy was simple, yet revolutionary. Instead of direct confrontation, human forces systematically disabled alien technological infrastructure. Communication networks went dark. Navigation systems became useless. Advanced weapons became nothing more than expensive metal objects floating in space. Global cooperation reached unprecedented levels. Nations that had been traditional rivals now worked together with a single purpose. Information was shared instantly. Strategic resources were coordinated with machine-like precision. The final blow came not from a massive weapon, but from a series of intelligent, coordinated attacks that completely disabled the alien fleet's technological capabilities. What remained of the invasion force was nothing more than a collection of powerless vessels drifting in the solar system. Commander J. Kim's final transmission was a mixture of confusion and defeat. The humans had done something no civilization in galactic history had ever accomplished. They had completely neutralized a technologically superior invasion force using nothing more than human intelligence and adaptive capabilities. As the last, Alien vessel was disabled. Something became clear. Humanity was no longer just a developing civilization. They had transformed into something entirely unexpected. The battle wasn't just a military victory. It was a complete reimagining of what technological potential could mean. Admiral Min Park watched the final alien systems go dark. The invasion was over. But humanity's real journey was just beginning. The galaxy would never be the same. Silence filled the space where the alien fleet had once dominated. Humanity had not just defended itself, it had shown the universe something entirely new. They had misjudged humanity. Now their world was in shambles.